and welcome to yet again another exciting edition of the MOS, that is the Madiba official show. Please, before even we continue to bring you today's version of the show, if you've not already subscribed to this channel, kindly do us a favor by liking, commenting, sharing, and above all, subscribing and turning on the post notification button so in case of any new video, you will notified. And if this is your first time of seeing our content, here's a channel that always presents you nothing but the best around the world of sports. Whether it be in the local front or the international front, we have you covered. So kindly do us a favor by subscribing to the channel for videos like this and many more. Today we are going to have a look at the trending local stories. And before the World Cup, after the Black Stars, the 26-man squad was announced by Otto Addo, Ghanaians didn't understand the omission of some players. Notable among them was Joseph Pentel and Jeffrey Schlupp. And Jeffrey Schlupp has made his feelings known to the public. According to him, he is very happy that Otto Addo is no more the coach of the Black Stars, because he feels that he was unfairly treated by the former gaffer of the Black Stars. He thought that his exclusion from the Black Stars wasn't justified because his form merited and the coach didn't give him any valid reason for dropping him from the Black Stars. And for him, he thought the kind of form that he was in, the Black Stars played in the World Cup and his place in that team was justified and he really deserved that one, but the coach decided to omit him from the Black Stars. And for him, he think that coach going is something that he received with open arms, and he is very happy that he has seen the back of the coach in the Black Stars. We move on to the former World Cup winner for Ghana, for Africa, because since the Under-20 World Cup was brought into existence, we've seen a lot of talent grace the occasion for Africa. And with all the nations that have gone to the tournament, with all the players and what have you, Africa was yet to win the Golden Diadem. That's the World Cup trophy. Africa puffed and puffed. They tried their best. They made everything humanly possible to win the Golden Diadem. But they couldn't. Until a certain man walked into the doors of Ghana football and he changed the face of history. He made sure that Ghana became a name that everybody will be mentioning. And this man is not other than Silas Tete. And he has disclosed that the amount of money promised him by the country for winning the 2009 World Youth Championship has not been paid. The money that he was promised, that if you are to win this tournament for Ghana, or having won the tournament, we will give you this amount of money, has not been given. And for me, I think it's something that doesn't augur well. According to him, he was supposed to be paid some $4,000 when Ghana won the Under-20 FIFA World Cup, but he has not received the money after 13 years. And he has been discussing with Kurt Okrok, that's the current FA president, because since the technical team won the World Cup, the money has not been paid, and all that they want is their money. And as you know, and so they'll be also here. And for me, I think it's high time Ghana should make sure that we will honor our heroes, because a nation that does not honor its heroes is not worth dying for. How can somebody toil and make sure that they will help uplift the country and give their all to win Ghana a trophy, and after some 13 years, $4,000 is not paid to them? Whilst you took some people to Qatar and gave them $5,000 as per diem, give them $5,000 as part of their participation in the tournament. While somebody gave you something monumental Something that never been seen. Even in recent times, Ghana as a country, that's one of the successes that we can boast of in terms of our national football. Our under 17 is not working. Our under 23 is non-existent. Since 2005, we have not been able to compete in the Olympic Games in the men's football. That's what I'm talking about. Then you look at our Black Stars. After that one, the least of it, the better. We put money in it. The best is playing the finals 2 times. 2000 and that is 10 and 10 and 15. That's the best that the national team has been able to show. That's the Black Stars. But the under 20 has been able to give Ghana this trophy. But yet still, their monies has not been paid to them. I mean, I think it's unfair, and the Ghana football association and the Ministry of Youth and Sport should make sure that the $4,000 is paid to Silas Tete Bobovic. He has done his best. He has paid his dues for Ghana. I even heard that he is not feeling well, but some report also reaching us that he is recuperating and is getting better from their sickness. We move on to our next story, and Osman Bukari. I think the 2022 World Cup will never be written without Osman Bukari in it, especially from the Ghanaian perspective or point of view. Ghana played against Portugal in the 2022 World Cup. And in the World Cup, most players grew up eulogizing and idolizing some players. I included. I used to be a footballer, if you don't know. But you see, that's how it is. At times, your career path changes as you grow. That's why we've turned into this. So, as I was saying, now, Osman Bukari was not an exception. We all know Mbappe is a fan of Ronaldo. Thousands of players in the world grew up idolizing Cristiano Ronaldo and what he has been able to achieve throughout his career. That's why whenever he brings out a trademark celebration, it becomes a viral sensation, something that people look forward to. Now, when Ronaldo brought on a seal celebration, thousands of people, millions, took into it and they celebrated in every sport that they will find themselves in. Osman Bukari played against Portugal, seen his idol. He said it in one interview that he had met Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. But one player that he was yet to meet was Ronaldo. And having come face to face with him and scoring a goal against Ronaldo's Portugal, with Ronaldo present, my brother, what else could he have wished for? So he decided to give in that Ronaldo's trademark celebration, the Sue, boy. Then he gave it out. And after he gave the Sue celebration, some of the media chastised him because Ghana needed the equalizer, and that at that time the scoreline was 3-2. He could have at least saved some seconds by taking the ball, running to the circle for the ball to be recycled. Now, after the World Cup, he's back in his native Ghana country, and in an interview, he has shown his love and he has admitted his love for the most successful club in Ghana, Santo Kotoko, that he loved and would love to play for the Porcupine Warriors, and he loved the club dearly. We move on to our last but one story before we call it a day. Still on Joseph Painter, he said Otto Addo took his World Cup dream away. And you and I know that when it comes to the World Cup, it's a dream of million players to play in it. But his was quashed by the former coach of the Black Stars. Black Stars were not competitive enough. According to the former coach of the Black Stars, appiah, he took Ghana to the 2014 World Cup. The first Ghanaian to do so. Said that Ghana's play in the 2022 World Cup wasn't competitive enough. This a man that led Ghana to the World Cup, and it was a disaster. Okay, the road is always different when you are not working in it. So let's move on. So, on the trending local issues, Andre Ayew's penalty miss didn't affect us against Uruguay. According to Osman Bukari, the Ayew's miss against Uruguay in the World Cup, I remember the game was scoreless and Ghana had a penalty after Kudus Mohamed was brought down by Sergio Roque, the goalkeeper of Uruguay. The guy you stepped up, and you and I know his pedigree when it comes to the high stages. He stepped up and the goalkeeper saved the penalty. According to Osman Bukari, it wasn't the reason why they lost the game against Uruguay. So let's end here. We will continue with the trending issues tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest around the world of sports, especially events that will be happening in the local football. Adios, gracias, muchas. Bye-bye.